Should you focus on lead generation as a new agent or a life insurance agent who's currently doing telesales? Let's talk about that for a second. My opinion kind of varies on if it is in fact a new agent who's asking the question, or maybe it's somebody who's a little bit more experienced in our industry when it comes to life insurance and especially doing applications over the phone and stuff like that. So I have two answers for you guys. Kind of biased, but it is what it is. The first answer that I'm going to tell you guys really right out the gate for any new agent out there is no. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I personally think you should not focus on lead generation if you have less than 6 months experience in this business. The first reason why is because all of the skills that you need to learn are far greater than lead generation is going to be your sales skills, right? Especially when we're talking about closing deals over the phone and you're not used to doing that. Telesales in its own right is a whole nother animal. It's a whole nother monster compared to any other industry out there. Like, there's very few actual telesales experts out there. Like, literally, a lot of people can tell you they can close a lot of crap over Zoom. A lot of people will tell you they can close a lot of stuff over face-to-face, but not a lot of people can close a lot of deals over the phone. I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys. Now, taking it a step further, talking about final expense specifically, oh man, it's very far and few in between. And that's why you need to be careful who you're actually listening to on these YouTube channels, whose trainings you guys are actually tapped into. You guys need to make sure that you have people that can show receipts, who have agents under them, who have experienced results in training. But that's besides the point. We're talking about lead generation. You need to hone in on your skills as a brand new agent, just closing over the phone. All of your mind, all of your money, your dedication should solely be tapping into one or maybe two mentors and sources that can help you guys level up your deals over the phone, right? It should be touch and go, touch and go, touch and go, right? You should be extremely confident if someone asks you to read the introduction of a script. Give me 5 discovery questions, right? How do you ask for the banking? How do you ask for the social? If you're not extremely confident in those areas, and especially when it comes to building rapport and how to naturally just sound genuine over the phone, right? Because at first it might sound scripted and robotic, but you're going to get to a point to where you're going to speak very fluently over the phone and use things like tonality and cadence and being able to slow your rhythm down. And those are really going to impact your closing percentages on the phone. And that's what you guys need to focus on as a new agent. Now, if you have a lot of telesales experience, you know how to sell over the phone, you're a closer, you're confident, right? And maybe you just need to learn a little bit of the processes and some of the applications, which again, everyone knows me, I streamline everything. I try not to write with more than 4 carriers. I mean, really, 4 is even stretching it, okay? So once you get your application processes and all the disclosures and, you know, what you're gonna mail and stuff like that squared away, now it might be time to look at lead generation options. Now, with that being said, a lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people are going to say, Anthony, 3 months is too little. Anthony, 6 months is too little, right? Now, I want you to pay attention to something real quick. The people who are saying that, they're saying that coming from a place of genuine care. They don't want you to get distracted by trying to learn code, right? Trying to learn all these different ways to generate leads on multiple different platforms. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, are they generating leads? And if they are generating leads, why are they telling me not to learn that skill? Okay, let me take a step back. Learn the basics, and here's what it's going to do for you. The first thing, and if I'm an IMO, if I'm an FMO, if I'm a big marketing organization, I want you to learn lead generation. Here's why. You're now going to understand the costs associated with marketing. What do I mean by that? You're now going to know why this lead source says free all up and through their ad copy. You're now going to understand why it says $5 a day or $5 a week or whatever. You're going to learn why it says that now. Okay. You're going to literally see with your own eyes, and your own bank account is going to feel it. Okay. So you're going to learn the costs associated and what it's going to, how much it's going to cost to take some of that stuff out. Right. And if you know me, you've been following my channel for a long time. I'm not a big fan of the government thing. I know how to get around it, but I'd rather use words like free, simple, quote, instant, no exam, right? I don't like to use government. I don't like to be misleading. But if you're generating your own lead source, now you have the option to exclude any information or verbiage about XYZ. Fill in the blank. So now that you're going to have a better understanding of how marketing works, you're not going to be judging the leads as hard. And you're going to have more confidence in the lead source that you guys are currently going through. Because a lot of agents, they to be quite transparent, they think the grass is greener somewhere else. Truth is, they're using the same marketing tactics. And they're just not as transparent with you about that. And so a lot of you guys, you feel a certain way, but you should be thankful that a lot of the companies that you guys are going through are actually transparent and willing to tell you, yes, we use government. Yes, we use this, we use that. To me, that's a better sign of legitimacy, in my opinion. And people who are more closed off about their lead sources and about their copy and content, yeah, I get it. You dumped a lot of money into that, but I don't know. The second thing it's going to do for you when you learn how to generate your own leads is obviously you're going to have greater control over your business. We used to take telemarketed callbacks for a long time. I love them. I still love them till this day. Regardless of the compliance issues and people sharing the lead source or whatever the case is, who knows, right? Regardless of any faulty wrong with them, they were a great lead source. My closing averages were anywhere between 8% to 13% on raw data. A lot of the phone numbers were good numbers because they're callbacks, which means they had to have had a number to speak to somebody to actually become a call back in the first place. And they answered a random number, right? Because whoever was calling them, they probably didn't have their number programmed in their phone. But anyways, I didn't have control over the lead source. That was my biggest stick, is I'd have an order of 100 callbacks. I'd be taking 20 a day, 15 to 20 callbacks a day, right? 100 a week. But man, if I was sick, God forbid, if I'm sick, I can't pause that order, right? If I'm overwhelmed and my queue is just piling up with leads and contact attempts because everybody's answering the phone, which is a great problem to have, I'm sure you guys could agree. You don't really have the say-so to be able to stop that lead order and start and stop and start and stop. Now that's not what you want to do, but still it's that aspect of control. Also, it's not complete control because whatever platform you do decide to market on and learn, you're still going to be at the grips of that company. Like Facebook, for instance. Everybody markets on Facebook and Meta and YouTube and stuff like that. But I mean, if Facebook goes away, then what? I mean, you don't have control. But that does bring me to the third reason why I believe a seasoned agent should learn how to do lead generation within 3 to 6 months of learning the processes and having skills. And that's even though you don't have control. Well, guess what? Now you have a skill. You've literally learned a brand new skill regardless of insurance, regardless of your life insurance business and being in this industry in particular. The same way you generate a life insurance lead is the same way you generate a solar lead. I'm gonna say that again. The same exact tactics that you use to target an audience, pick a demographic, and the intuition and the marketing genius that you put into your own ad copy content creative is the same exact thing. It's the same formula for every industry out there. So now you've got yourself in a very unique position. You've built the foundation and learned the skills to close over the phone, right? Then you've went and learned the processes of running a business, taking care of the back end, right? Mailing out the thank you cards. You've learned about retention, customer experience, which a lot of companies are actually built on extreme customer experience. We'll just say that. And now you have the skill to market and you have all these other skills. So I mean, what can really threaten your position in life as a man, as a woman, as a provider, a father, a mother? What can threaten your position in life? I don't know, guys. Hey, look, if you need a course for free, and I really feel challenged in even saying free, because what's free is for me, but 90% of the other people out there, they think free information is trash. That's why people charge for certain things. But anyways, I'm gonna get into that, right? But I drop mine for free because I know half of y'all ain't even gonna take it serious and do it. But the ones who do always say, yo, thank you, I can't believe this shit's still free on YouTube or whatever, right? Now there are some tips and tricks in that course that I don't go over, that you can reach out to me personally and we'll come up with a goal, and maybe I can help you out as far as that. But you should be able to generate a lead very quickly within 24 to 48 hours of that ad getting approved, and you'll have the basic foundations on how to generate leads on Facebook. In my YouTube channel, I'm gonna go ahead and link the course in this description if you feel inclined to do so. Do not let this take time out of your production. Keep closing on the phone, keep kicking ass, and we'll see you next time.
I adopted the formula. I adopted the formula.